Greetings, my name is Atumtet, and today's video is about my skincare tips. Tip 1. I only wash my face with cold water, never hot, sometimes warm if I'm waiting for the water to cool down, but for the most part cold water only. Tip 2. I never rub my face, and what I mean by that is after I wash my face and I'm applying lotion, I don't rub it in, instead I pat it in. Like so. Instead of a rubbing motion, I just pat it. Tip 3, whenever I get a bump on my face, I immediately, if I'm able to, apply toothpaste to it. I find that makes the bump shrink perfectly. Tip 4, whenever I'm removing makeup from my face, I always use coconut oil. And what I do is I get a little bit of coconut oil on the tips of my fingers, and then I do a rubbing motion while my eyes are closed until it feels like all of the product is gone, and then I wash with soap and water. Tip 5, do not go to sleep without washing your face. When we go out into the world, we're interacting with the dirty, polluted air, and all of the many germs, they sort of stick on your skin. So when you go to bed at night without washing those germs off, it clogs your pores and gets you perfectly ready for a breakout in the morning. Tip 6, I steam my face once a week for 10 minutes. This helps to open up pores, so if by the end or the beginning of the week there's still some bumps left on your skin, it'll help loosen and get in and out. It's also very good for removing mucus inside of your body, but I recommend to only steam at nighttime when you're about to go to bed, because steaming does open your pores. Opening them and then going out into the world is not the best idea. Tip 7. If after steaming your face you do still have bumps on your skin, I would recommend instead of steaming that following week, instead do a clay mask with bentonite clay and apple cider vinegar. And once it dries, what I recommend as the removal procedure is to put your face under running cold water. That way you can feel it slowly loosen the clay on your skin, and then very gently sort of rub the clay off while your face is still under the water. That I think is the best way to remove it, rather than trying to peel it off or remove it when it's dry, because that pulls on your skin. But if you go under cold water and you just slowly rinse the clay while it's loosening, it'll just fall right off your face. Tip 8, do your absolute best to not touch your face during the day, and especially if you're out doing things and touching things. If you absolutely need to, I would recommend it's best to use the back part of your hands. Tip 9, I like to use cocoa butter on my body and lotion on my face. And that concludes my skincare tips. Farewell.